It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Panthers and the Silver and Black, and it comes your way next.
Just west of the world-famous Las Vegas Strip, we're at the site of Super Bowl 58, Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Out is Eddie Pinheiro to get this one started. And off we go from Vegas. On the return is Dylan Laube. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, drafted back in 2019 out of Washington State. It's Gardner Minshew.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The first run for Alexander Madison. And he'll get forward for about a yard. The veteran Josie Jewell there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Madison. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 31. That's the gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll try and throw with Minshew. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Raider first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They're going to go play action now with Minshew. Finding his tight end, man.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down.
A penalty is declined.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Raheem Blackshear is set to return for the Panthers. And no chance to down this one. He carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. And they're led by Bryce Young, the #1 overall pick, Greg, out of Alabama back in 2023.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. The motion man is Sanders. Throwing on 2nd down, Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll send him over to the left. A 2nd down throw for Young. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there. Short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big play for the Panthers. 33 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, it's Young. Quick throw here is complete. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run with Hubbard. And he'll take this down to about the 7. Second and goal. The motion man is Sanders. One more time, it's Hubbard. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. This one caught just past the pylon. Xavier Legette, touchdown Carolina. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness.
And of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Laube now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. The drive starts with a run by Madison. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He's close to a 1st down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. On 2nd down, here comes Madison. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Again, it's Madison. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Throwing on On 1st and 10, it's Minshew. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. Then it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. On the ground, it's Madison. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a Raiders 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. 4th down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
On the give, this is Madison. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run up the middle. It's Madison. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. They'll go here with Madison. And he will score. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Raiders.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Carlson able to knock through the extra point, and the Raiders will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Velus Jones now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll motion the tight end, Thomas. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back in Vegas after this. Second down and 8. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. They send a receiver in motion left. Out of the shotgun, Young. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Minshew. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He's going to let one go, looking for Myers. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
That penalty is declined.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4.
A game of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg, it's Minshew. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, here's Madison. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll run with Madison. Powering forward. He's in. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Vegas. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Raiders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Raheem Blackshear on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Young to throw on 1st down. Short one there, caught by Tremble. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
On 2nd down, Young. Quickly to the outside and complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On 1st down is Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Here's Young. That one, take it in. Xavier Legette, touchdown, Panthers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. His kick is good. The Panthers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Laube now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line, he's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. First and 10. They'll start on the ground, and here's Madison. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Man in motion here is Tucker. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the defense can't allow for a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
To the right side, here's Madison. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
Off the play fake, it's Minshew. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To throw, Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, The defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now Hubbard. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a 3rd and 10. The motion man is Sanders. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A marker comes in as he goes down. It is a sack, and that flag definitely in the area of holding. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll take this a yard or two into his own end zone. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Here's a run with Abdullah. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Play is made there by DJ Wano. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. Minshew. And now he's got a man open deep downfield. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's Minshew. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
Now Minshew. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. The Panthers will take their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Now an opening past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Back to throw, Young. He keeps it himself. And Young will have a first down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play. He'll look to throw. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
A 2nd down throw for Young. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Carolina.
These are the plays that when you look back, Mike, they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
Now Pinheiro to add on the extra point. The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first half lead into the locker room.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. Young fires quick. That's Thielen. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Throwing on second down, Young. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Out of the shotgun, Young. And that is incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Raiders' offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Marshall is on the move. Here's Minshew now on 1st and 10. That's caught by Abdullah. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up 2nd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Here's Abdullah. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
They'll try and throw with Minshew. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
Minshew now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll go right back to Myers. They get 14 on that hookup. 1st down, Vegas.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
Throwing on 1st and 10, it's Minshew. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
On play action, here's Minshew. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
This is a great example of the game within the game. They're making what they call Mike declaration, and that's what sets the responsibilities of all the protectors. And in this case, the Mike was the one who came, and he's unblocked, and he's able to get home.
On now, Daniel Carlson to try the field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders cut the deficit down to 1.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. Jones now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
They'll go again with Hubbard. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Hubbard. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and Gardner Minshew going to take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Here's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by Madison. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings us 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
On the ground, Abdullah. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun, here's Minshew. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. That's quickly out wide to Thielen. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. To throw is Young. We'll go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick, because that ball is coming out.
One taken in right side by Leggett. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Young to throw on 1st down. That one complete to Leggett. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand because...
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bryce Young, touchdown, Panthers. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Panthers are going to open up the lead to 8.
Raiders 20.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Laube now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On the ground, it's Madison. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. They face second down and 7. The shotgun, a throw for Minshew. He gets this one to Tucker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Here's Madison. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. He's the gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Back is Minshew. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
On the give, this is Madison. Has some room inside the 30. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it first and goal. They'll run with White. A short game, down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. He's the gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. He'll get this out to the left flat. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and
he's got another one. Alexander Madison, touchdown Las Vegas. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, how often do we say it's a 1-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a 1-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
And now the Raiders faced with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
The Raiders will line up for the...
Again, it's Madison. And he will get into the end zone for 2, and this game is tied.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
Even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense headed back to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with 1st down. They send him right out of the slot. Young to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
And he nearly got free, but as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Throwing is Young. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. It's a Carolina 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Young hands it to Hubbard. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Now Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Minshew. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
They'll try again. It's second and 10. A run here with Abdullah. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up third and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. And he's going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, it's Minshew. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
On 2nd down, here's Minshew. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
To the air on 3rd down, it's been, oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Get this drive started. On the ground, it's Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. The motion man is Sanders. On second down, Young. A throw, left side, caught by Sanders. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold.
So second down.
Throwing on second down, Young. He'll get this into the hands of Thielen. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He's got his tight end, that's Sanders. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. On first down is Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
It's the game of 10. First down, Carolina.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here is 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Young. From the right side and corralled by Thielen. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play in regulation. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now 2nd and inches. Hubbard. And this one blown up. Good serve. Drop him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
And just like that, you go from 2nd and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
They'll stick to the ground. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and will take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. So here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to grab a late lead. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Here comes Amir Abdullah on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. The throw on the run is complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
That's taken in by the running back, Madison. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down, 8 for the first down. From the gun, here's Minshew. That's caught by Bowers. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. To the air once more is Minshew. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win this thing in regulation. You always have a field goal try in your back pocket to at least tie the game and force overtime.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So big kick coming now for Daniel Carlson. This to potentially send us to overtime. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one, he's gotta have. This one is on target, and it is good! They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool, he's calm, he steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth, as the kickoff comes. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Young. He's going to run it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. Here's 1st down. To throw is Young. You get this complete. It's Thielen over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. So, here's Eddie Pinheiro in a big spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.